Hi, we've talked about it in previous videos before, but today I want to go into my little nerdy science bag and I want to talk about mechanical damage to hair occurs when the hair is put under physical stress, such as through friction or improper handling. This can lead to breakage, split ends, and dull appearance in the hair. We have to go into my computer, okay, and make sure you are subscribed to my website, www.sinsmith.guru. And when you sign up for my website, join a family and you hear from me monthly in my monthly newsletter. Before we get started, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. We have so many new subscribers here. Like, I'm really surprised that y'all love your girl. So make sure you have those post notifications on, baby, so you don't miss nothing. But I'm sorry in advance. Don't get mad because you probably not gonna like this video. I'm gonna do the best I can to blur everybody's face out, but listen, I'm sorry. Now, this is one of my regular clients, but she was a regular after this appointment. And as you can see, she had some severe mechanical damage from previous team natural practices, the wash and goes, the detangling your hair wet, like we're going to talk about, and the overuse of products. You guys don't realize that by layering products on top of the hair shaft, you're actually suffocating your hair, because the human hair shaft can only absorb 36% of the first product that you put on it. So after you put on a leave-in conditioner, there's nothing else your hair can absorb. The leave-in conditioner is the last product that our hair absorbs. Every other product is meant to help do something. So for example, if after the leave-in conditioner I put on a foam wrap, that product is helping me set the bond in the new style. If I use a heat protectant, it is protecting the hair from heat as I'm straightening the hair, right? But as it pertains to absorption, that is over after the leave-in conditioner. So let's get into how conditioner is made. All you're doing is taking water and emulsifying wax and melting it in a microwave for a couple of different sessions until that water and that wax is completely emulsified. Then you're going to put in a little bit of butter, the butter of your choice. Now the additives, that is the little itty bitty amount of oil that is being added to the products along with the additives. So if you guys think that there's a crap load of products being added to the conditioner, oh my God, you are so wrong. The conditioner's only job is to be a temporary coating of protection over the hair shaft, and the hair shaft can only absorb 36%. So to pack loads and loads of product, it makes no sense, you guys. So this is something that I want you to think about. When I'm making these videos, I'm going to do the best of my ability to blur people's faces out, because this is not my intention to embarrass anybody or put anybody on blast. You may still see their face a little bit, but I just want you to know that's not the main focus. But I do want you to pay attention to how much product is on her hair. You guys have been using entirely too much product. Look at all of the different products. These products are all being used before she even shampoos her hair. You guys, to constantly layer your scalp full of all of these products just to shampoo them out is crazy, because you have to remember that you spent money on all of these products. And to be honest, the only thing that you need before you shampoo your hair, if you have tangles, is a non-comedogenic oil that causes you to be able to just comb through your hair a little bit. Within the 7-day challenge and the growth cycle blueprint, they know exactly how to do it. But there are also people here on my channel that know how to do it very, very easily as well, because it's very simplistic. You guys, all of this that's being done is so unnecessary now. And now we're finally getting to shampooing, y'all. This whole pre-pooing process, y'all, please cut it out. Like, the only thing you need to do is shampoo your hair. Now, first you can start off with like a scrub or something like that, but y'all, the amount of conditioner that you guys use in your hair, the amount of products that you guys use in your hair, the aggressive and vigorous way that you guys apply conditioner is so unnecessary. You should never ever see a white cast on your hair after you get done applying conditioner, ever. That should never happen. I love y'all so much, but it shouldn't. And there is a reason why all of these different women on the screen, two of them are my clients. One of them is from the 7-day challenge, and the other one is the woman that is in this video. And everybody has the same exact breakage, the same exact lines of demarcation, and it's because everybody is following the same improper practices. And the truth of the matter is, when you guys go into a hair salon to see a professional cosmetologist, unless they're a person who doesn't know how to properly use products, they are not putting loads and loads and loads and layers of products in your hair. They're not leaving a white cast on your hair with products. So as you watch this, I know you probably saw her face a little bit. Again, it's just not meant to be a focal point, but if you see it, you see it. But I just want you guys to see yourself in these pictures and in these photos. When you guys are saying, oh my god, I'm spending so much money on these products, you're spending so much money on products because you're using too much product. Like, it's so unnecessary. And even though we're not going to get into that, because every professional does hair the way that they want to do hair, and that's not what this video is about. But I want you guys to understand that shampooing your hair is the most important part of the entire salon process. So everybody wants to know, like, oh, how do I tell the difference between a cosmetologist like you or a good cosmetologist and a dusty one? Well, the very first sign is going to be of whether or not they shampoo your hair. If you want to know if whether or not a cosmetologist cares, or not cares, but if their main focus is the health of your hair and the health of the human scalp, you will be able to determine that based on how their shampooing process is. A lot of people are not going to like this. If you are going to a cosmetologist that allows you to bring your own shampoos and conditioners, you should probably find somebody else. I'm just being real. If your motive is to go to somebody whose entire purpose is scalp care and hair care, because they're going to have their own regimens. Now, of course, if you go to a dermatologist and your dermatologist recommends a certain regimen, obviously you're going to bring a medicated shampoo to cure whatever ailment that you may have going on, or whatever scalp or follicle infection you have going on. So that is normal, but the shampooing process is the most important part. The video clip that you're watching right now is just a very, very small portion of our shampoo, right? It's just a very, very small portion of the shampoo, but her entire shampoo took me about 25 minutes. So whenever I say that my grace period used to be 5 minutes, is because our shampoo is gonna take me about 25 minutes altogether within itself. So if you're 5 minutes late, you're not just gonna be 5 minutes late. You're gonna be 5 minutes late, then you gotta sit down, then you gotta go to the bathroom, then you gotta call your baby mama, sister, auntie-in-law, Tracy, with the clip foot, and tell her that you made it and take pictures and all of that. And I don't have time, because the shampoo is the most important part. This is where I am detoxing the hair shaft. This is where I am detoxing the scalp. And it looks like I have a whole lot of shampoo in my hand, but I don't. It's lathering up. And I need you to remember, as a professional cosmetologist, a professional hairstylist, a professional braider whose purpose is to care for the scalp, meaning they shampoo hair, they focus on the health of your scalp, then they do whatever the style is, they're not using half of the bottle on your head. Why? Because they got about 7, 8, 9 other people coming that day, and we're not using half of the bottle every single time. Not only that, we understand that the human hair shaft can only absorb 36% of what you put on it. So guess what? If you put a product on your scalp, if you put a product on your hair shaft like conditioner or anything and you see a white cast, it didn't go into your hair shaft. It's literally just sitting on top. That is what's outside of that 36%. So that is why y'all whole pre-pouring process that y'all do is so, oh my god, stop it. Because you put 4 or 5 products on your hair before you even shampoo. Mind you, the hair can only absorb 36%. So your hair shaft is already dirty, right? It's already dirty. It already needs to be clean. Then you go ahead and you fill it up and put even more layers on top because nothing's penetrating. Every time you add another product before you shampoo your hair, you just add another layer to put on. So the way that y'all do y'all hair is equivalent to if somebody did body work on a car, right? And you take your car in to get it painted, but before they paint your car, let's say your car is red, right? And you want it painted black. It's like before they paint it black, they painted like 5 or 6 other colors. They layer 5 or 6 other colors on there, then they color it black. Or even, let's not say black, your car is black and they're trying to do pink. So before they do pink, they don't even strip the car down. They don't take the old colors off like they supposed to. They just put 5 or 6 colors on there and then slap the pink on there at the end. It's crazy, right? These are things that I want y'all to think about, right? These are things that you have to think about. And I'm doing another shampoo. Why? Because shampooing is the most important part. When we had our last live with me, T, and Cree, right? Whenever we did that live, we went deep into shampoo and how important shampoos were, and the shampooing process is, and all of the different types of shampoos that you can use, all of those things. If y'all want to know more about that, make sure you go check that live out because it was so packed full of information as it pertains to shampoo and conditioner. But when we are shampooing the hair, I am removing dead skin from her scalp. I'm getting rid of like any exploded Demodex mites that are on her scalp or any excess Demodex mites. When I taught you guys about Demodex mites on the scalp, if you haven't seen those videos, the links in the description box below. The next thing people are doing is like, oh my god, I'm putting this on my scalp to get rid of Demodex mites. I'm putting this on my scalp to get rid of Demodex mites. You cannot get rid of Demodex mites. Demodex mites live in the human follicle, right? In the human pore, all over the entire body. You have sebaceous glands from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. Well, not really, because you don't have sebaceous glands on the palm of your hands, the soles of your feet, and your knees. That's why they be ashy, because you don't got sebaceous glands that produce sebum there. But every other part of your body that produces sebum has Demodex mites in them. That's why you gotta wash your ass every day. That's why you gotta take a shower every day. So when you don't shampoo your hair on a regular basis, the same thing happens to your scalp that would happen to your butt when you don't wash it. It itches. But for us, whenever your scalp start itching because it's dirty, just like your butt itch if it's dirty, you put oil on it. Do you put oil on your butt when it's time for you to wash it and it's itching? No, you get your butt in the shower and you rinse it off. So you need to start having those same exact practices for your hair. And that is where we have all of these problems, because for whatever reason, people think that the way that your curls look determines if whether or not you're supposed to wash your hair, right? You guys really think you're plants. We're like plants. We need dirt to grow, so we don't wash our ass and we water our hair every day. You guys, if you water a plant every day, the roots are going to rot. And it's mandatory for you to have proper maintenance on a plant, pulling the weeds and things around it like that, so that way that the weeds don't end up choking the plant, right? So the weeds and having that type of maintenance on the hair shaft would be you getting a trim every 10 weeks. And if you're getting a trim every 10 weeks, you're not even going to notice it. Within the 7-day challenge, Guru, if you on here right now, go ahead and leave it in the comments. But she ended up starting off right getting trims every 8 weeks. Now her cosmetologist has taken her up to every 12 weeks because she doesn't need it, right? And if you have a cosmetologist that you trust, or if you have the proper practices and you trust yourself and you know what you're doing because you're following the science of hair and not fads, then you too can go from every 8 weeks to every 10 weeks to every 12 weeks, right? But it's never going to be a time where you're only trimming once a year, and you can do that, but down the line it's not going to work out. And every time I make a video, I'll always have women that's like, oh, well, I've been doing it for 5 years, and I've been doing it for 10 years, and I've been doing it for 20 years, and everything's okay. And then my response is always, well, hair weathering takes 6 months to 25 years to show up. And then they'll be like, oh, well, I'm 60 and I've been doing it for this long, and it hasn't, and I've been doing it for the last 5 years. It's like, girl, when I said it's gonna take 6 months to 25 years, that doesn't mean 6 months to 25 years from the first day you did it. Your body can be fighting against you for a long time, and one day it just give up, and then boom, the clock from 6 months to 25 years starts off. The thing is, listen, all of the things that I've been telling y'all not to do, I've been saying it for over a decade, and at this point, do what you want to do, right? I put the information out there. The people who want to get with it, and if you don't, I don't care. Roll around in your rice nipple juice. It means me no, never mind. But I really want you guys to get into the process of properly maintaining your hair, properly maintaining the scalp. The shampooing part is the most important part of your service in the hair salon. I don't care what anybody says. And it is one of my favorite parts, right? This is where I get to know my client a little bit, and not that we're necessarily talking the whole time, because a lot of times, like, my shampoo feels so good, they'll be like closing their eyes and stuff. So we not really talking that much, but it's just a different type of vibe. Like, this is the most important part of your whole entire salon experience, right? So that's something that I really want everybody to get into. Make sure you're giving this video a thumbs up. And now she's getting a deep conditioning treatment with Olaplex 8, right? And so as we begin to use Olaplex 8, I really want you to rewind and look at the amount of conditioner that I use for her head. Most of the time when you guys are looking at these videos, the amount of conditioner that I just use is the amount of conditioner that y'all use per strand of your hair. That is not how you're supposed to use conditioner, y'all. It's just simply not. It's simply not. And even when I go back for a little bit more conditioner, it's never like globs and globs of it. My only purpose is to go ahead and put a temporary coating on her hair. Now, when we're talking about the difference between deep conditioners and conditioners, I already broke it down for you in great detail in the video linked in the description box below and in the pinned comments. So make sure you head over there and watch that. But right now, what I am doing is making sure that her hair is absorbing that 36%. I'm getting that 36% all over her hair, right? So at this point, I need you to remember her hair has already been detangled. Her hair was detangled before she came to the shampoo bowl. So the hair that I am shampooing is completely free from any matting or tangling. On my channel, I tell you that you do not detangle your hair wet. There is a difference between detangling the hair and combing the hair. To detangle the hair is to detangle it, to deorganize all of them little tangles and knots in your hair that you didn't let form because you ain't combed your hair in 5 55 years because you've been using 4 fingers to comb 100,000 or 400,000 strands of hair. So yeah, I would imagine if you got 400,000 strings of hair coming out your head and you're only using 4 fingers, I would imagine you're going to have some knots and some tangles. I'm just saying, a little bit of common sense for the 99s and the 2000s and 2024. Hello. So at this point, you can see that as I begin to work this product through her hair, you are not seeing a thick white cast on her hair. If there is a thick white cast on her hair, I am wasting product. I need you to understand that as an independent contractor, I am responsible for buying all of my products, no matter what salon I was at. I'm retired now, and this video is years old, but no matter what salon I'm at, I am supplying my own products because I'm an independent contractor, right? And sometimes the salon will have products, but I am a creature of habit, and I had certain products that I stuck to, and I was not putting half of the bottle on every client if I'm doing 13 people in a day. Absolutely not. But this shampooing process is so important. This is my foundation. So I'm spending so much time at the bowl because this is the money right here. So now, as I am making sure that this conditioner is spread all around her hair evenly from mid shafts to ends, then I am going to go ahead and comb through her hair. As I pick up this comb, right, I need you to pay attention to it. I love YouTube because you can zoom in now with your fingers, and I want you to zoom in on the comb, and I need you to notice that I don't have globs and globs of hair in my comb. That is not normal. It's not supposed to happen, but it does happen if you detangle the hair improperly. If you are only detangling your hair when it's wet, if the only way that you can comb through your hair is when you put a bunch of products in it, my baby, you're doing something wrong. It's not right. I love y'all, but no. And it's cute. Your hair is curly and stuff, and you put your bonnet on, and then you wake up in the morning and you can't comb through your hair unless you put water in it. That's a problem. That's a problem. You're going to have hydro fatigue. You're going to have balding. You're going to have breakage. You're going to have single strand knots and all of those things. And we're going to get into that a little deeper, right, in our next part. But I have to break things up in pieces because it's not just as simplistic as me just coming along and saying, hey, all you have to do is this. No, like, it's a method to the madness, and I need y'all to understand that. Do you see how I'm not detangling her hair? The brush is gliding through her hair like butter. There is no problems. We have no snagging, no tangling, no ripping. And guess what? I have not applied any more conditioner to her hair since those first couple of pumps that you saw me add. That is it, and that is all. And the little bit of white that you see, that's what's over that 36% that her hair wasn't able to absorb. That's what's left over. But if you have a thick white cast on your hair, oh my God, if you got crackhead hair, it look like crackhead hair. Stop doing that, bro. Like, it's no reason for y'all to pack y'all hair full of all of this conditioner, full of all of this product. When you pack your hair full of all of that conditioner, I just showed you the way the conditioner is made. And then you guys be like, ooh, look at how thick it is. Look at the consistency. It means nothing. Oh my God, it means nothing. Look how thick it is. Look how creamy. It doesn't stick to my hair. Stop it. 36% is all your hair is able to absorb as it pertains to the conditioner. Once you rinse that out, it puts that coating on your hair, and like that temporary coating on your hair, and then your hair can absorb. Once you get that conditioner out of your hair and the cuticle is open, it's rinsing the majority of that conditioner, as much of it out as it possibly can. So then when you follow up with the leave-in conditioner, it goes ahead and it gets the rest fills in the rest of whatever that 36% is, however much of that is left, and then it puts a temporary coating on top of the hair shaft. That is what leave-in conditioner does, and that is the way products work. So you just deciding that you're gonna just combine all of these products together and mix product 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 together and make up stuff just so you can comb through your hair. This is why mechanical damage happens, because the way that you're seeing, look at my brush, look at my roof, look at it, look at my roof, pause it, zoom in, look at my roof. Ain't no hair in my comb, baby. Look at that. Look at my roof. Ain't nothing in there, baby. So these are the things that I really, really want y'all to think about. And as we are going through these different videos, I need you to look in the mirror, look at your habits, look at your patterns and your routines. Everybody's talking about how expensive professional products are. Y'all, if you buy a professional grade product and you use a small amount, the right amount, it'll last you 3-4 months. I want you to think about it. If you buy, I'm just throwing one out there, Kimra. If you buy a Kimra shampoo and conditioner, right? And I'll leave a couple of suggestions in the pinned comment, and like I'll leave it below. Look below for my recommendations and stuff. But you use a certain shampoo and conditioner, y'all, you're the only person using it. It's gonna last you 3-4 months. If I buy a shampoo and conditioner, it'll last me the month, and I'm using it on 13 people a day. So how long do you think it's gonna last for you? But if you guys are putting globs and globs and globs and globs of product in your hair, and you're using these shampoos and conditioners the way that these YouTubers are, then yes, you are going to waste product. And I want y'all to be realistic. Some of these YouTubers buy the products they sell. Some of them do. But a lot of them are not buying these products they sell. People are sending them the products for free. So no, they don't mind putting a whole glob of the product in their hair. That's not how you use hair products, y'all. It's not. And combing your hair wet, raking through your hair while it's wet, take my bonnet off, take their scarf off, and just immediately just start spraying different products on their hair. The scalp be something that brings you peace. Let it be something that no longer stresses you out, because it's never that serious. And the thing is, the more we make up things, right, the more we decide that we're gonna pack our hair full of all of these oils and butters, you throw off the hair growth cycle. I'm not being rude. I'm not being disrespectful. My body deals with hydrogenated suppurativa, so I know all about making mistakes, eating stuff you ain't supposed to eat, and it making your hair thin out in places. I know all about it, but I just want you to be intentional. And I want everybody who does their team natural stuff, who wears their bonnets every night and gets up and can't comb through their hair unless they have a water bottle, I want you to really, really be realistic with yourself. And I want you to take a picture of your hairline, take a picture of the density of your hair, and go look at the pictures from when you first started doing your whole team natural thing, and really pay attention to the density of your hair. Really look at the health of your scalp and be honest with yourself, right? Go straighten your hair, go blow dry your hair, do it safely, flat iron it, and really be honest with yourself. Look at it. Is your hair really healthy? And the truth of the matter is, a lot of y'all are not going to be able to answer me and say yes, and that's okay. Because when you know better, you do better. But if you're a person who's always pushing the truth away and trying to be argumentative and go back and forth, then you get stuck in that telogen phase. And the telogen phase of the hair growth cycle is the phase where the hair is not growing, it's just resting. Or sometimes you get stuck in the canogen phase. And the canogen phase is the phase where the hair shaft is detached itself from the blood supply. So there's nothing even feeding the hair shaft anymore. Or all of your hair gets into the estrogen phase, which is the phase where all of the hair is detached from the hair follicle, it's out of the resting phase, and it just is all falling out, never to return back to the anagen phase of the hair growth cycle, which is the phase of the hair growth cycle where your hair is growing and producing new hair growth cells through your guts microbiome and other things, right? So I need y'all to stay in the loop. I've made a full series on the human hair growth cycle. So if you want me to break down all of these different phases of the hair growth cycle, if you want to hear my breakdown of it, then make sure you check the links in the description box below, because that series is so good. It's so packed full of information, and baby, it's free. So check it out for me. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end of this video. I hope you were able to watch without offense, and if you was offended, stop being so freaking soft, bro. I told you not to be over here if you was gonna be soft like wet tissue. Bye.